Today I'm going to show you how to make almond flour at home. It's easier than you think, and it's gluten-free, grain-free, low-carb, and a delicious add-in to many of your baked goods. Hi, I'm Marley. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making this easy almond flour, and I'm going to show you how to make it two ways. Let's get started. First, we're going to talk about the quick and easy way to make almond flour at home, and it begins with almond slivers. Believe it or not, this is a really handy ingredient because almond slivers have already been parboiled, the skins have been removed, and they're completely dried. So it really skips a lot of steps that you would have to take otherwise. This is 1 cup of almond slivers, and this is going into a food processor. Then we're going to just pulse those slivers until we achieve a nice flour consistency. Here's where we are initially. You can see we still have some coarse pieces in here, so let's just go for a little bit longer. This looks just about right. Yes, it's a nice almond flour consistency. The trick is you don't want to go too long. If you go too long with your food processor, you'll end up with almond butter. Not a bad thing, but not what we're going for today. So finding the right balance between getting a fine flour versus almond butter, that's what we're going for. This has a little bit of coarse bits to it. If you wanted to, you could push this through a strainer a fine mesh strainer to get rid of some of these thicker pieces, but otherwise I think this is actually perfect. You're going to end up with right around 1 cup of almond flour using this process. The second way to make almond flour at home uses 1 cup of raw almonds. You'll see here I've got water that's boiling, and we'll add this to the boiling water and set our timer for 1 minute. After 1 minute, we're going to remove these from the pan and let them sit until they're cool enough to handle. If you want to speed that process up, you can run them under cold water. That always helps. Once your almonds are cool enough to handle, it's time to start removing the skins. It's so easy to do. Just kind of give it a little pinch. And they come right off. To make it a little bit faster, you can just grab several and just kind of run them through your fingers like this. Now these almonds need to be dried, so I'm going to put them in a pan lined with parchment paper. I have my oven preheated to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake these for 5 minutes. I baked these almonds for 5 minutes, and I actually even ran a paper towel over the top just to make sure they're totally dry, because if they're not completely dry, there will be a tendency for them to turn into almond butter. We want this to be almond flour. These go into a high-speed blender. The previous way we made this was with a food processor. It takes a little bit longer when you're using a food processor, but when you're using a high-speed blender, this goes really fast. Let's take a look inside. Usually I have to scrape down the sides of the blender, and then let's run that again. It's pretty nice. You just keep going until you get the texture that you're after. We want a really fine crumb. I feel like we're going for the texture of, it's a little bit like cornmeal. Okay, Okay, that's perfect. This almond flour is done. Transfer your almond flour to an airtight container. It will last in the fridge 3 to 6 months or in the freezer for up to a year. If you're looking for ways to use almond flour, I have plenty of recipes on my site. I will leave a link in the description below. If you found this recipe helpful, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel a lot. Thanks for joining me. Until next time.